I didn't realize for a very long time that usefulness was my way of keeping safe. It wasn't productivity, it wasn't success, it was usefulness. If I could help, if I could anticipate, if I could take anything off of someone's plate, I was your girl. And the funny or interesting part about this is, I never considered myself to be someone who grew up needing to feel safe. I wasn't unsafe, or I didn't feel unsafe in any obvious way. I never once had a thought of, oh my God, I'm in danger. I need to survive this. No, it was much quieter than that. It was a learned pattern through repeated behaviors. Once I was helping, things felt smoother. I felt settled. The atmosphere felt calmer. The tension felt lowered. And so, before my mind could even name this pattern, my body had memorized it. For me personally, usefulness became a way for me to stay connected. It wasn't about approval. It wasn't about belonging. It was about contributing. When I contributed, I felt helpful. I felt included. When I was needed, I felt anchored. And so, without me even realizing it, my self-worth started to arrange or organize itself around contribution. Oftentimes, what people don't see, and this is the sad part about all of this, oftentimes people don't see the level of awareness that is required from being useful. You have to be alert 24/7. You have to see what is missing. You have to sense what others might need without them saying it, and before they say it. That level of attunement might look like care, and don't get me wrong, sometimes it is, but it comes at a cost, because your body, your system, you are having to be alert all the time, right around the clock. Tick tock, tick tock. You are never at rest. And as I grew older, these patterns didn't disappear. They only became more refined. I became the reliable one. I became the dependable one. I became the one who fixed, managed, and carried everything. It was very difficult for me to be present without being useful. For a very long time, for years, I didn't know how to receive without feeling as if I needed to give back. Every time somebody did something for me or offered to do something for me, that act came across to me as suspicious. I felt like that person must need something for me, and that has to be the reason why they want to do whatever it is for me, even if it was a small favor. Receiving felt very unsettling for me. The cost of being useful wasn't exhaustion immediately. It was disconnection from myself, from my internal signals, from what my body wanted. It was disconnection from receiving care without justification. Rest during that period of my time, of my life, was empty. It was not peaceful. And I get goosebumps every time I reflect on that period or portion of my life. The shift came not from me trying to stop myself or prevent myself from being useful. No. Every time I tried that, it backfired. I relapsed. In fact, I spiraled every time. I felt guilty. I was overwhelmed. I became overstimulated by my own thoughts. That did not work. I'm getting chills just thinking about that time of my life. The shift came not from me stopping myself from being useful, because I feel to this day that doing that would have erased a part of me, and that is why I relapsed so badly every time I tried. That is why my journey came to a standstill every time I tried. The shift came when I started to understand where I learned this pattern and why I learned it. Let that sink in. I stopped thinking of these patterns as flaws, but as skills that I learned at a time in my life when those skills made sense. I started to think of these patterns as a language that my nervous system learned and adapted to keep me safe during that point of my life. If this resonates with you, I want to let you know that you are not alone. If this resonates with you, you don't have to undo anything in this moment. Just notice what you are feeling. In fact, I want you to notice these 3 things. 1, when does receiving feel more uncomfortable than giving? 2, when does stillness feel uncomfortable? And 3, when does giving feel regulating? Wanting to learn how to feel safe without being useful doesn't mean you are becoming passive. What it means is you are learning to exist without having to earn your place or space. The shift that you are hoping for will not be dramatic. It will be gradual, and it will come through compassion, through self-trust, through self-attunement and awareness. If you were here with me today, thank you. Remember, you are not alone. I've been there. I overcame. And you can too. Until next time, walk good.